Pre-test. Read each question carefully. Write the letter of the correct answer on the blank provided before the number. 1. The following materials can be bent except 2. If pandesal will be pressed, what changes will occur? 3. Which of the following materials can be pressed? 4. What changes may happen in physical change? 5. Which of the following actions of man shows bending?
Looking back, matter is anything that occupies space. It also has volume and mass. It comes in different forms: liquid, solid, and gas. Look at the pictures below. Questions. Number 1. What state of matter were the examples?
Answer guide. The given examples are all blank.
Number 2. Name the observable characteristics of marble, blackboard, crayons, and hollow blocks.
Answer guide. The observable characteristics of A. Marble are blank and blank. B. Blackboard are blank, blank. C. Crayons are blank and blank. And D. Hollow blocks blank, blank, and blank.
Brief introduction. Solid materials have a different characteristics or properties like size, shape, color, odor, and texture. But these properties of solid can be changed by performing the following. Bending means to force an object, especially a long or thin one, from a straight form to a curved or angular one. Pressing is applying force or pressure to something to flatten or smoothen it.
Activity 1. Bend me. What you need? Plastic straw, wire, plastic ruler, metal fork, and bamboo stick. What to do? Number 1. Gather all the materials needed in the activity. Number 2. Bend each of the materials and observe what happened. Number 3. Record your observation in the table below. Materials: plastic straw before bending and after bending, wire before bending and after bending, plastic roller before bending and after bending, metal fork before bending and after bending, bamboo stick before bending and after bending. Guide question number 1. Describe the materials before bending. Number 2. Describe the appearance of the plastic straw and the rest of the solid materials after bending. Number 3. What properties of the solid materials change after bending? Number 4. What did you apply to bend the solid materials? Result of bending is a great discovery. When force is applied to a long and thin solid materials, it can change form into a curved or angular one. Can you think of another solid materials that can be bent?
Activity 2. Impress me. What you need? Paper cup, pandesal, banana, pillow, wrinkled cloth, flat iron, and empty bottle.
What to do? Number 1. Using an empty bottle, press its material except for the wrinkled cloth. Number 2. Ask for the help of your parents, guardian, to iron the wrinkled cloth. Number 3. Observe what happens to the physical characteristic of its material. Number 4. Record your finding below.
Guide question. Number 1. What changes happened in the paper cup and other solid materials after pressing? Number 2. Is there a new solid material formed? Number 3. What characteristics of the solid were shown in the activity?
Solid materials can be changed by applying pressure. For example, dough when pressed will become smooth and flat. This is called pressing. Name at least 3 solid materials that can be pressed.
Activity 3. Draw me. Draw the object in the appropriate column below that will best describe their changes. Guide question. 1. Describe the characteristic of solid materials that can be bent. 2. What about the characteristic of materials that can be pressed? 3. Differentiate the changes in the materials after bending or pressing.
Remember, bending means to force an object from a straight form into a curved or angular one. For example, long wire, plastic ruler, metal spoon, and others is materials that can be bent. When bent, the solid materials may change in size and shape as the physical appearance. No new materials is formed. However, not all solid materials can be easily bent. It needs a metal bender.
When force or weight is applied to a material causing it to flatten or smoothen is called pressing. Solid materials can be pressed. It may cause to change the size, shape, and even texture. In some cases, dough, modeling clay, banana, pandesal, and pillow are examples of solid materials that can be pressed.
Bending and pressing can be useful to us in many ways. Steel is bent to form posts and beams in building bridges and houses. The process of pressing is used in accomplishing household chores like ironing clothes, cooking, and cleaning our house. Bending uses force, while pressing uses pressure.
Check your understanding. How would you describe changes in solid materials below? Number 1. What will happen to the dough after pressing with rolling pin? Number 2. Describe the changes done in the cloth after pressing in with iron. Number 3. Bending the pipe will change its. Number 4. What changes occur to the paper clip after bending it?
Post-test direction. Choose the letter of the best answer. Number 1. Which of the following best describes a bent solid materials? Bending cause in A. Composition, B. Size and shape, C. Weight and shape, D. Weight and volume. Number 2. A cloth hang in a hanger and a cloth press and fold. Shown what kind of change? A. Bending. B. Cutting. C. Hammering. D. Pressing. Number 3. A carpenter produced an L-shaped iron bar. What was done by the carpenter to produce an L-shaped iron bar? A. Bending. B. Cutting. C. Decaying. D. Pressing. Number 4. Aling Luisa will cook ginataang bilo-bilo for snack. She asked her son to buy coconut milk at the nearby market. What process will the coconut vendor to do to extract the coconut milk? A. Bend. B. Cut. C. Grate. D. Press. Number 5. What change can be done to materials like paperclip and pillows? A. Bending and cutting. B. Bending and hammering. C. Bending and pressing. D. Bending and folding.
Reflection. A. Using the graphic organizer below, give at least 5 examples of daily household activities using bending and pressing. B. Apply gentle bending and pressing on your mother or father's tired hands after work. Write a short story about this experience. Focus on what they felt and how did you feel after.